Thank you, Madam Chair. Sorry I'm late. I had to be on the floor at 10 o'clock, but I certainly wanted to participate in this hearing. I think we have a historic opportunity to come together in this committee on a bipartisan basis, not just on infrastructure issues, which thankfully we have a long tradition of doing, but on some environmental issues, specifically in the chemical safety area. And so I just want to say in general, I'm committed to that process, which is ongoing. I'm committed to continuing to work with you and Senator Manchin on the Manchin bill. We have some serious substantive concerns that we're working through, but I'm committed to trying to work through that, and I appreciate your putting off the markup until April to give that process the time it needs. And I think we have a broader opportunity in chemical safety to move forward in a bipartisan way. It's a historic opportunity. It hasn't happened on this committee on any major environmental issue in decades. And so I really hope we take full advantage of that opportunity. Also want to thank our witnesses for your testimony. Mr. Moriraso, I wanted to ask you, are you here representing yourself or CSB? Because I'm specifically interested in the safety case scheme in your Chevron investigation, which I did not think had the consensus support of CSB.
Well, I am presenting testimony here as the head of the agency, the Chemical Safety Board. And we are still waiting to vote on the decision on that report in which we recommended the safety case.
Okay. So far, isn't it true that the safety case program, specific recommendations to implement that, does not have consensus support, at least as we speak today, of the whole board?
We haven't voted on it. We defer it to further study to vote to make a decision on that point, Senator.
Okay. Mr. Moriraso, you mentioned in your testimony that inspections, quote, are among the least effective safeguards, quote, and, quote, the effectiveness of inspections totally depends on the skill and thoroughness of the inspector, close quote. You think EPA has inspectors with the necessary skill and thoroughness, and enough of them, to oversee the implementation of IST and all other federal mandates that you're supporting?
In my experiences, I will say that I believe there are people with the necessary skills in EPA to look at these situations. However, my concern is that probably they might not be enough, and that there are more resources necessary to have enough to cover the different places that they have to cover.
In your opinion, should inherently safer technologies take into account factors such as risk shifting, unintended consequences, feasibility, and economic impacts?
Absolutely. That's part of the process of dealing with inherently safer technologies, is to look at what are you replacing and to be sure that what you are replacing is not going to cause more trouble than what you had before. So it's an engineering process of very carefully and systematically looking at what you should act, what you should change to improve and prevent negative outcomes. Okay. But it's all the considerations of comparing what you are substituting for what you are proposing have to be taken into account.
And you think EPA has the resources and expertise to do all of that analysis, specifically with regard to risk shifting, unintended consequences, feasibility, and economic impacts?
I believe so. As I said, it will be, the science and the engineering capabilities of the agency obviously is there. My only concern is that there might be not enough inspectors, that they need additional resources for enough inspectors to look at these issues.
Okay, are you aware of the budget growth EPA has had in the last 5 years or so?
Not in very much detail, no.
Okay. All right, thank you.